teammates you have here with you?
Joey Wardlow. Again, through our school, blessed by God to be the coach at St. Thomas Aquinas. We have Joseph Hendren, Brady Bucksbaum, Nico Sabatino, Jaden Doverspike, Mauricio Clement.
Would you like to make a statement about the game?
Yes. Getting here this late in the season, we expect and know that we're gonna see guys. That guy, their pitcher was fantastic. He did a good job. We kind of knew coming in that he had a really good record. We heard about he was a commit. We knew we were gonna have to work and have to scrap. But like I said before, we keep going. Sometimes it takes us one time through the lineup, but we start to register what we're doing and what we're looking for and kind of switching up a little bit. And once we switched that up, we got on top of some balls, and we got a big benefit from getting on top of balls and forcing them to move around. Once we get runners on base, we become much better hitters. So we proved that again today.
Questions?
Coach, your pitching, and just the winner with pitching like this, and this little two-hitter on a championship day.
We talk every day, and we talked yesterday. We first of all, I was a hitter, so we love hitting and we hit a lot. But we preach, pitching and defense, and pitching and defense is going to win games. And kind of today, a little bit different than Julian yesterday, because Julian with the max effort. We got Joseph is kind of a little more calculated, tactical. He plans ahead. He takes that from his golf game because he's also a state championship in golf. So he's kind of a little bit more planning it out. And he worked that method. And we planned starting probably last Sunday that, we were going to follow him up with Brady Golan. And Brady got out there and just kind of did what Brady does. Just force him to go. And same plan when he came off the field. He got behind on a guy. I think it was the last hitter in the sixth. And he was like, I just kind of threw it up there because the guy's not going to hit it out of here. I mean, we've been here a few days. I've been watching a few days. I don't know if this is exactly true, but I don't think there's been many balls hit out of this field this weekend.
No.
So we knew, hey, if they hit it up in the air, he's going to catch it. I mean, I'll be honest. I told the catching coach, Ronnie Milo, was next to me when we had 2 outs. I said, look, you want to calm everything down? Hit it anywhere near Nico. He's going to catch it.
Talk about the plan with the two pitchers, because the next guy after him is a lot different type of pitcher coming from the other side. Was that part of the
That's a good question. The thing with Brady is when Brady Golan comes in, it looks like it's not firm, but it is. But if you stand behind the catcher, everything moves in a different direction almost every time. And they're just not going to square it up. And if they hit it somewhere, we're gonna catch it. So that was the plan for him. He didn't have to come in and strike everybody out. He just had to come in and not let them hit him like 3 or 4 squared up balls in a row.
Just this could be for you, coach, or for any of the players. What you guys went through in the postseason against West Broward and at Southridge, needing to win or go home, and them both being close games. How does that prepare you for moments like this, where you guys fall behind? It was early in the game, but still, and just kind of keeping your composure in a moment like this.
It just makes us learn to not quit. It makes us a better player overall. Being in those type of moments, it allows you to overcome obstacles, and just putting in these high pressure moments makes you a better baseball player at the end of the day. So we knew when we were down 1 that it was nothing. We knew we were gonna come back and make something happen, So that's it. Like, it just makes you a better baseball player and know that not to quit. We never quit this whole run, so that's all it is.
Mauricio, 3 RBI in the state championship game. How are you feeling? And just talk about those at bats for yourself.
I'm feeling good. I just went up there, just try to stay simple, stay on top of the ball. I knew it was a big field, so just try to hit line drives, place it in the gap, and I got the job done. So.
And speaking for a guy that's a sophomore in 10th grade, the offense today and the unbelievable defense yesterday, that kind of went along with that. Very, very kind of mature, very calm, under control, just no panic.
How much joy does it give you as a coach that you guys got a lot of great hitters, but it was someone, a sophomore near the bottom of the lineup, who was the one who delivered the big hits?
By this time of the year, kind of if you followed us, starting the first week in the season, we knew second game of the season we were down. I think it was 9-1. We We were down 9-1 in the 6th, and we started to come back a little bit, and he had 3 RBIs in that game. And he's done it before. We went on a road trip to Tampa, and we were behind, and he hit a home run, kind of jumped us back up. but the plus again too with the maturity for his age and the no panic. We actually have things written around our clubhouse, and one of our bullpen Coach Rudock, he just tells everybody all the time, don't panic, stay under control. We go back to fundamentals. We do those things. Great play, like yesterday, the backhand, then he stops, sets his feet, makes a throw. It's a lot of maturity. So he takes those same mature approach to at-bats.
Coach, this whole big picture, the significance of this, because, last year was about getting back to this, and now sustaining it now back to back. I think it's the first time the baseball team has acquired this.
Yes, it is. Well, a couple things. Like I said yesterday, 2 different teams, 2 different personalities. I mean, this is a fun bunch, which is part of the reason they never kind of panic and never worry about being behind. And it's interesting to be part of this. And I'm going way back to my years in high school in 1984. These guys challenge each other and compete against each other at everything. I'm not kidding. It's everything. Every day, all day. And it just carries to everything that they do. Okay, and we talk kind of offense, we talk things, but we're also kind of the model of consistency, which is why we talked a little bit about the play Spike made yesterday. And we have these guys in the lineup, and the big guys in the bats and the hits. We have a saying in coaches meetings, and it's been for 3 years, that if we really want to win, Jaden Dover Spike's got to be in line, because he is going to anchor the defense, which is what we preach constantly. And then if we hit on top of that, great. We started off a little slow, and then all of a sudden, we get a hit, we move some guys, we get a hit, a guy dives for a ball, we get a run. We got some guys that can run, that got a lot of speed. This year's team had actually a lot more speed. Last year, obviously, a bunch of power. I still think we hit 30-some home runs this year. We don't count home runs because I don't want them to try to hit home runs. We hit balls down and hard. But if they happen, they happen. But yeah, I mean, significance is these guys are champions forever. After today, nothing can change that for them. And I just see that as amazing for them, because we also say on a daily basis, our team plan is it's not about me. We're about each other.
This situation you guys were in with a rematch and trying to defend your title, talk about the difficulties, or is that easier in a way because you guys can play a little bit looser, knowing we didn't, we're not, we got the result we wanted last year. As players, what is your mentality heading into a game like this again, knowing that this is their 3rd straight year they won, and they were looking to finally win one for the first time this year?
It's definitely not easier, but there's just no pressure on us. We know what we got, and we know it's just another baseball game. It's the most important game of the year. We don't really look back at last year. We don't really look back at other years. It's just we're worrying about the moment, every pitch. So it doesn't make it easier, but we just take it pitch by pitch, and we just stay our game. That's all it is.
Yeah, I would say we're not playing kind of to beat the other guys in the other dugout. We're playing to win for the guys in our dugout. So who the opponent is doesn't really matter. We're just going to kind of come out there and do our thing and never give up and keep fighting.
Brady, tell us about some of the adjustments you guys were making against the pitcher to kind of get the offense going, knowing that this is the normal process for you guys. You make the adjustments throughout the game and you start making it work.
I mean, all year I think we just had really tough games. Later in the innings, we've been getting on guys, and we just made adjustments, and it goes back to BP, seeing stuff with curveballs, and Coach Warlow said that BP, it's awesome.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, get the hit balls out of the way, see the spin, adjust. We know we'll pour on some runs no matter what. If it's in the 5th, it's in the 6th, it doesn't matter. No matter what, we know we're going to score a lot of runs.
Yeah, and you kind of sprinkled them all throughout the game. It's a little different than what you guys have been doing. You kind of always had at least one big inning in it. Was there a turning point where you guys kind of felt like, all right, we're getting into our groove now?
I mean, I felt all game we hit balls hard. Everything was on the ground, kind of right to them. So we really just stayed with our approach. It worked out for us at the end. Ball started falling. Big hits by Mauricio. That's all it was.
Questions? You're very good. Guys, let them get out of here and go celebrate with their teams.
Hey, we appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.